We're going to continue our series on the 7 churches of Asia now by looking at some application from the Church of Laodicea. Laodicea was known as a lukewarm church, but it's a good thing that there's no such thing as a lukewarm Christian today, right? I'm kidding, of course. There are many ways that we can become lukewarm Christians. For instance, only being faithful when it's convenient, or simply out of selfishness, so that we can see what can be gained from our worship. 2 Corinthians 13 and verse 5 reads, "Examine yourselves as to whether you are of the faith. Test yourselves. Do you not know that Jesus Christ is in you? Unless, indeed, you are disqualified." We all must test ourselves regularly. We must ask ourselves, are we in the faith? Is our worship acceptable to God? Are our lives acceptable to God? This may be something said during the Lord's Supper talk, but it's true throughout the entire service and throughout our lives. Now we are to examine ourselves. We can also be lukewarm by looking at our past and resting on our laurels. We can say, as stated in Matthew 7, "I've done this in your name, I've done that in your name." Today, it'd be something more like, "I've sold 7 cakes in a bake sale for the Lord." Or, "I liked a post on Facebook that said 1 like equals 1 prayer." Or some other such nonsense. And they still will hear, "I never knew you." I'm going to be blunt. Neither of those things are about worshiping God. More, it's about worshiping yourself. On the other hand, we are to consider what Paul says to the church in Colossians, chapter 1, verses 9 through 10. "For this reason, we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you, and to ask you to be filled with knowledge of His will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding, that you may walk worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing Him, being fruitful in every good work, and," and this is key, "increasing in the knowledge of God." That is how you make sure that you're never a lukewarm Christian. It's an active growing faith as we walk day by day, striving to do so in a worthy manner. It's all about growth.